Hi everyone. So we are going to be decorating a 10-inch round cake. This is Italian meringue. What I'm going to be using. This is a vanilla cake. Here I'm showing you the consistency of the Italian meringue. That's what we use in our country. So here I'm taking the metal spatula and I'm doing the crumb coat, which is the first coat that you do when you have a cake, any kind of cake, basically. In our country, we usually don't refrigerate the cakes after the crumb coat because we use Italian meringue. If we were using a different type uh, of cover, we will refrigerate it, but not in this case. So here we have the crumb coat, smoothing the edges of the cake to make it more even. I speed it up a little bit because it does take a while. So here you can see I'm just cleaning out a little bit and making everything smoother. After I did the crumb coat, I'm going to do like the second layer of my frosting, in this case the Italian meringue. And as you can see, I'm adding a little bit of color. This is an ivory color, so it's not gonna show in the video. It's gonna look like it doesn't have any color, but the color is there. It's very light. As you can see, I'm adding a second layer of Italian meringue, still smoothing out the edges. Still doing the same right here, smoothing out, smoothing. After I do this layer of the Italian meringue, I'm gonna do a third one. That's how we usually do it here. But every baker has their own way of doing things. I'm just showing you the way that I feel more comfortable with. As you can see, I'm smoothing the edges again, making sure there's no excess and it looks as even and as level as possible. Yet again, I'm going to be cleaning. I do this a lot actually. I clean my spatula and I clean my area. Now I'm gonna be taking my Italian meringue and I'm gonna be adding a little bit of water to it to make it more runny because I need it to be smoother and like a little bit more loose for the third the third layer that I'm gonna be doing. We call it the watery layer in here. It doesn't translate as well, but yes. So here, as you can see, I'm adding a little bit of water and trying to find the consistency that I need. Once I have the consistency that I'm looking for, I'm just going to apply a third layer to my cake. As you can see here, this third layer is a lot thinner than the other ones because I'm looking for just a little bit. It doesn't have to cover like a full layer. It just has to be smooth so I can have a very, very smooth cake if I want to have like that kind of design. If I'm going to use a comb, this is the perfect cape to do so because it's going to allow to create the shape without damaging my cake. So as you can see, again removing the excess and I'm going to be using a comb for this cake because it's gonna have that design. I'm about to show you the comb, correcting here any imperfections that I may have. So here, this is the comb that I'm going to be using, as you can see. And there it goes. Now I have the shape that I'm looking for. In this case, I didn't have to use the comb more than once. Once was enough, and it gave me the shape that I was looking for. Now I'm going to, again, remove the excess so it can look as neat as possible. Then I'm going to clean the excess on the lower side of the cake. Okay, once I have the edges ready, here I have a little bit more Italian meringue that was left, and I'm going to do the decorations with it. I'm going to be doing some rosettes. Here I'm adding some color. This is sky blue and a little bit of ivory. I'm mixing together, as you can see here. Now I'm just making sure that I get the color that I'm looking for, and I'm going to be using a pastry bag and a pastry tip. I'm using the Wilton 1M pastry tip. Filling my bag. I'm doing a little try out here to make sure that it's coming out as I want it. Now that I'm ready with this, I'm going to start making my rosettes on top. This is a very simple design, but it's a design that is very requested, at least from my customers. Here I'm just filling out the top of my cake with some rosettes. And then I'm gonna do the border on the lower part of the cake. As you can see, it's coming out. Still is the same tip. And here we are. Cake is ready. The cake is filled with an almond cream, like a pastry cream, but with almonds. And here I'm doing what we call a little charquito. There you see I have some pastry cream. And since it is almonds, I'm going to add a little bit of almonds on top of it. Just a little extra. Once I'm finished with the almonds, I'm gonna be doing like the decorations and adding some sprinkles, like a little bit of color and to add more detail to it. And after that, I'm gonna be doing some cake toppers on top of it. This is a cake that was made for a dentist, for a doctor. It's a female dentist. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit of sprinkles and stuff like that right now. You'll see. There I show you. I'm trying to decide here where to put everything. And that's the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed it.